Coming up on Mountain News this morning, police were able to solve a month-long hit-and-run crash after DNA helped identify the suspect. And folks gathered to learn more about diabetes at the Kentucky Diabetes Symposium.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Monday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee with you on this April 14th. It's 6 o'clock this morning, and it's time to check in with meteorologist Eric Dean today for a look at that forecast. Eric, it's been a bit of a warmer start. I know I had a fabulous weekend with some of that sunny skies going on too.
It is 6 o'clock already. I was just in the middle of a dream. Please tell me you get the song reference.
I don't. I just laughed to be nice.
It's just another manic Monday.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, it was the very first line of that song.
Oh, they talk about 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Huh.
That's the very first line.
Wow, I'll look that up.
You should. Oh boy, now I'm showing my age. Morning, everybody. It's 6:01 now. Let's take a look outside. And you can see here on our tower cam here at the WYMT studio, Buffalo Mountain, Pikeville Medical Center camera, and London Corbin Airport showing a little bit of cloud cover out there. Temperatures, though, not bad at all. We're seeing them ranging from the 40s to the 60s, depending on your location. 68 is the current temperature in Whitesburg, 63 in Hazard, 49 Manchester, 61 in Jackson, as well as Boonville, 60 in London, 66 in Somerset. Now for today, we'll go to 78 degrees. We'll start the day off with a mixture of sun and clouds. The clouds will thicken as we go throughout the afternoon hours, afternoon and evening hours, though that's when that thunderstorm chance will start to pick up. Some could be strong to severe, so make sure you have that First Alert weather app handy on your mobile device should we go under a watch or any type of warning. We'll talk about that coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes, but right now the current time is 6:02. We'll toss it back to Amelia.
Thanks, Eric. DNA evidence led to an arrest nearly a year after a hit-and-run crash in Bell County. Middlesboro police say Charles Parton of Gray is now facing multiple charges after blood found at the scene of a June 2024 crash came back as a match in the state DNA database. The wreck seriously damaged both vehicles. Police found the vehicle they believe Parton used abandoned a block away, but it took months for forensic testing to identify a suspect.
That was the only factor in this arrest. We had no leads. We talked to both the owner of the vehicle, the person he'd lent the vehicle to, as well as people that were there. Nobody could, point us in any direction. So it was mainly the DNA evidence that pointed us to Charles Parton.
Parton was already in custody on unrelated charges when the match came through. He's now facing charges including leaving the scene of an accident, failure to render aid, and receiving stolen property. A longtime business in Laurel County is closed, leaving many in the community shocked and wondering what will take its place. Laurel Grocery Company in London is shutting its doors after more than 100 years of serving the state of Kentucky. The company delivered supplies and groceries to small mom-and-pop stores for decades, with more than 100 employees now out of work.
We're asking local companies to really consider those that's been impacted there at Laurel Grocery, to hire them, bring them in their companies.
Officials say the owners are now looking for someone to buy their facility. And here's part of a statement issued from Laurel Grocery Company to WYMT about their decision to close. It says, quote, Laurel Grocery Company has been a proud provider of wholesale groceries to independent grocers in Kentucky and surrounding states for 103 years. We are working with advisors to consider next steps for our company and will provide more information soon. You can find the entire statement on our website, WYMT.com. Kentucky removed more than 7,000 names from the state's voter rolls last month. Secretary of State Michael Adams announced those numbers on Friday. Adams says more than 4,600 of those voters were dead. Just under 1,700 names were already on that list, and more than 400 convicted felons were taken off voter rolls. The remaining 5% were removed for different reasons. Last Friday, folks from throughout the Commonwealth gathered in Hazard for the second East Kentucky Diabetes Symposium. Organizers tell me it was a time to come together to educate people on diabetes and the goal to live better lives. Organizers say diabetes is a community health challenge, in some cases leading to a lower quality of life.
You'd be hard-pressed to find somebody, any person in the region that hasn't been directly impacted by diabetes at some level.
Medical Director John Jones says when it comes to diabetes in eastern Kentucky, it's important to remember the number 5. He says 1 in 5 people in the mountains have diabetes. It costs the state of Kentucky $5 billion annually, and the entire state ranks in the top 5 in the nation with diabetes.
It affects the whole body. It affects your eyes, it affects your kidneys, it affects your heart, it affects your brain, it affects every fiber of you. It does affect in some way, and it's always negative.
According to the CDC, there are 3 main types of diabetes. Type 1, which is caused by an autoimmune reaction. Type 2, when your body does not use insulin well. And gestational diabetes, which develops in pregnant women.
One bite at a time, one step at a time. And those are the easy ways to think about it, because you can actually get started and make a difference.
Now with the goal of taking small steps toward making a difference in diabetes in Kentucky with exercise and healthy food choices.
You're only going to be able to make a difference or move the needle if we're working together.
Making all of Kentucky look like the healthiest parts of Kentucky.
With the reminder that early intervention is key when it comes to diabetes. Experts recommend getting checked or screened for diabetes so you are aware early on.
All right, as we go into the next several hours, we'll see rain chances pick up, and you can see here on your first alert, over the next 24 hours, rain is up in orange. Thunderstorm chances are certainly not out of the question. It will keep wind in the forecast as well over the next 24 hours, so some places could see wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. With that, we do have a slight risk for severe weather, or a level 2 out of 5. For portions of the WYMT viewing area, some places could see 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail, and there's a very low chance for tornadic activity. You can see the area shaded in pink. That's where that low chance is in the forecast. We'll talk about that and give you the latest timing coming up in the first alert forecast in a few minutes. Amelia.
Thanks, Eric, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. We have more news on the way. Iran and the United States are back at the table as the two countries discuss Iran's nuclear capabilities.